using the toilet and gardening do have a link, believe it or not. What is that link? Well, when I'm on the toilet, it's when I get most of my best thinking time done. And we've all had that awkward moment where we've had a solid motion, shall we say, and we need toilet paper. But there is no toilet paper. You're trapped. What do? You get thinking. How can I use these toilet rolls in my garden? If only Liz Zorab from By the Farm or Erica from Erica's Little Welsh Garden would send me an email with some inspiration. Hang on a minute. Food makes you need the toilet. Why don't I use this stuff from the toilet to grow more food? Genius! Reason number 1, to get in your garden and start growing your own food. Using all these toilet roll tubes that I've been saving up for months, and by the way, that is a lot of time on the toilet, right? I suffer for my art. Using all these is another way of cutting down on plastic waste, because these can become plant pots. Rather than buying a load more plastic plant pots, use these. And the beauty about these things is, it's a one-stop shop. You put a bung in the bottom, you put compost in, you put your seed in, you water it, you let it grow, and then you take the whole thing outside and pop it in your soil, and it'll carry on growing, because this breaks down. Plastic doesn't. I'll show you what I mean. Here we go, and before you say, you're using plastic to keep them in. Yes, I'm using plastic, but I'm reusing plastic. This was an old fruit tub that some peaches came in. Rather than throw it in the bin once we've done, I've kept it, and I use it to keep these standing upright. These are all going to get sweet corn seeds in, and when they're ready, I will just lift the whole thing out, make a small hole in the soil, and pop the whole thing in, and it'll carry on growing. Like this. Sweet pea, toilet roll tube. Sweet pea, toilet roll tube. Sweet pea, you get the message, toilet roll tube. Reason number 2 to get in your garden and start growing your own food. Gardening is very calming and relaxing. And when there's occasions like the RHS National Gardening Week, it's a perfect time to reflect. Think about whether you're just growing shallots in an old pallet collar raised bed, rhubarb in a tyre, or one single solitary shallot in an old plastic plant pot. Doesn't matter what sort of food you grow, it's all relaxing, and it gives you that time for reflection where you can work out problems as you're tending to your onions or your strawberries. Ow! Reason number 3 to get in your garden and start growing your own food. Growing your own food is a brilliant way of getting all your family involved, because you're working as one towards a common goal. So here's my youngest daughter. What you up to, Roo? So if you've got kids and you want to get your kids interested in growing your own, strawberries are a brilliant plant to do that with, because everybody likes strawberries, don't they? Especially kids. When I was a kid, my mum would take us to a pick your own farm, and I think we ate more as we were going around picking them than what we actually ended up paying for. So here's Ruby in one of our pots of strawberries. Do you want an hand there, Roo? Ah! And it's also a really good way of getting your kids to eat, good vegetables, not just the nice stuff like strawberries. If they've taken the time to help grow something, they feel invested in it and they're more likely to want to eat it. So here's Ruby with her broad beans. Just be careful of the bees on the rosemary plant flowers, won't you, Roo?
Yeah.
What is it you're up to? So wherever it is you're growing, to make an edible Britain, get your family involved, get everyone involved, because we all benefit from this. So here's in one of our tyres, we've got a food crop. What are you doing, Roo?
Weeding the artichokes.
Weeding the artichokes. Do you want an hand?
I can do it, I can do it myself, I can do it, I can do it.
Here's reason number 4 why you should get in your garden and start growing your own food. I'm sick of hearing this. I haven't got a garden, I don't know what I'm doing. You need loads of land. No, you don't. Get outside. The name of my channel is Petals on the Paving Slabs. Paving slabs being a massive clue there, people. We don't have a garden with a lawn or soil borders with nice little annual flowers in that we go and spend a fortune every spring at a garden centre to buy and fill these borders with. We have concrete paving slabs, tarmac, and the worst, most disastrous thing that was ever introduced into a garden since DDT pesticide, wooden decking. Anyone else that's got decking, would you agree? It's horrendous. It's awful. I hate it. Slightest bit of water and it turns into an ice rink. I'm going to kill myself one of these days on the decking. So all these different things, decking, paving slabs, tarmac. Where can we grow food on that? Well, I'll show you. So a common moan I've heard people say about the reason why they don't grow their own food is, oh, I live in a high-rise flat, I don't have a garden. Well, I tell you what, right, unless your high-rise flat is at Guantanamo Bay, you must have windows, surely. What's wrong with some lettuce in a window box? Oh, genius. Oh, I've not got time to garden, I've got kids. Well, I tell you this, right, when you've got kids, you accumulate plastic storage boxes to keep all the annoying little toys in, like Lego that you stand on and really hurt yourself if it's not in a storage box. My kids have grown up now, we've still got storage boxes, so I've got Swiss chard in a plastic storage box sitting on concrete paving slabs. Oh, I can't garden, I kill everything that I've ever tried to grow. Well, you're an idiot. It's not that difficult. Use the internet, there's plenty of help out there. Watch YouTube videos, ask questions on Google. Strawberries in a tub. It's one of the best things you can ever grow. Oh, we've not got a garden that we can grow food in. It's all like decking and... Oh, shut up, I've heard it all before. Dustbin, garlic. You don't need soil on the floor. Bring the soil to where you want to grow stuff. Here's another one for you. If you've not got the classic soil on the ground scenario, but you want to get involved in building an edible Britain or homegrown food. Tyres. Now, little secret. Garages have to pay to get tyres removed. They can't just throw them in the normal bin. They have to pay extra. So if you go round with a few cans of lager, or if you keep chickens, a 6-pack of eggs, something like that, a nice little gift, and you say to these people in the garage, yeah mate, I'll make a load of those tyres disappear for you if I give you this. Do you want to play swapsies? 9 times out of 10 they'll do it. Now I am now growing potatoes in this waste product, which is allowing me to grow stuff on a concrete floor. Unbelievable. Another waste product that I've turned into something else to get me some homegrown food in my own backyard. This was a water butt that got a hole in it and started leaking. So I cut it in half, put it on the floor, filled it full of compost. It's now growing peas. Oh look, more tyres. I'm growing garlic, onions and rhubarb, all in tyres. Oh look, here's another tyre. Are you tired yet? And then there is the other half of the cut down water butt, and that has got a black currant in it. And what's this? This sitting on a tyre with a weed growing out of it. Get rid. Right, tyre, plastic sewage inspection thing, that gets sunk into the ground when they're making building sites, and it allows people It'll have a cover on top and it allows people to look down into sewage chambers. Well, I got hold of this before it had sewage in, so don't worry. But I'm now using it to grow a fruit tree, which was bought extremely cheaply from a well-loved British supermarket. I think it cost me about £3 about 4 years ago to buy this fruit tree. And we now get pears. So it's cost us £4, a free tyre, a free big plastic pot thing that I've stood on top of the tyre, £4 fruit tree, compost was free, I make my own compost. Do you think we get more than £4 worth of pears off this tree? I think so. Another moan I hear off a lot of people is, oh, it's got to be dead expensive gardening. Have you seen the prices of things in garden centres? Yeah, well, if you're buying plants that they've spent a couple of years growing, you know, and it's going to be expensive. Because you're paying for all their electric bills, you're paying for their water bills, you're paying for their liquid plant feed, you're paying for a member of staff to have looked after that plant for 2 years. If you grow your own from seed, it's almost nothing. The cost is almost zero. A few years ago, I bought for £1 a bag of free Jerusalem artichoke tubers. We've now got some of those tubers kept back in this tyre, which again cost me nothing, and the rest of the tubers, every year when we've harvested them, we replant a few back into the ground. So up at my allotment plot, we have more artichokes than we can actually physically eat, and the price per artichoke is less than a penny if you worked it out that way. If it cost me £1 to buy 3, I started with 3, and we've now literally get hundreds every year when we harvest them. That price is less than a penny. So don't use cost as a reason why you can't grow your own food. So it's the RHS National Gardening Week. Get some homegrown food on the go. Let's get Edible Britain. Let's make it an actual thing, okay? Hopefully the reasons that we've just shown you why you should try for more homegrown food, hopefully you'll agree, and it'll be enough, if you're not already, to get yourself out into your own outside space, back garden, backyard, whatever, and start growing your own food. What do you think, Ruby?
Yeah.
Why?
Because if I can do it, and if I'm actually successful, you can do it and you'll be successful. And think, I'm only 10, but some of you will be a lot older than that. And if I can do it, you can certainly do it.
Ruby grows her own food. She's 10. Don't let a 10-year-old be better than you. Come on. Right, so this is part of a big collaboration. It's all for the RHS. So there is a playlist. You can either view that playlist of other people's Edible Britain National Gardening Week Grow Your Own Food videos. You can either view that playlist on Liz Zorab's channel or Erica's Little Welsh Gardens channel. Hope you've enjoyed this. Hope you enjoy everybody else's videos too. From us at Petals on the Paving Slabs, thank you very much for watching.
Bye.
Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, why not click on the subscribe button, and that way you'll never miss out on any future videos.